In this session, we are going to look into the topic nouns. Let us first see what a noun is. A noun is simply a naming word. It gives names to the people, places, things, and even ideas around us. They are often called naming words because they give everything a label. If you see a person like a teacher or friend, the name you use is a noun. If you think of a place like park, city, or school, that's also a noun. Nouns don't just stop at things we can touch, they also capture feelings and qualities like happiness, honesty, or freedom. In sentences, nouns usually act as the main characters. They can be the subject doing something, like the teacher explained, or the object receiving the action, like she read the book. Some nouns we can count, like apples, while others, like milk or sugar, can't be counted individually. And sometimes a single word stands for a whole group, like team or flock. In short, nouns are everywhere. They are the foundation of our language, helping us name and talk about everything we see, feel, and imagine. Few examples are Ravi, that's the name of a person, school, a good example of a place, pen, example of a thing, and freedom, it's the name of an idea. Now, let me list the types of nouns: proper noun, common noun, collective noun, material noun, abstract noun, concrete noun, countable noun, and uncountable noun. Let me explain proper noun. A proper noun is a special type of noun that names a specific person, place, or thing. For example, instead of just saying cricketer, we can say Sachin Tendulkar, where the name Sachin Tendulkar is a proper noun. One important rule is that proper nouns always begin with a capital letter no matter where they appear in a sentence. For instance, I live in Delhi. Here, Delhi is the proper noun. Proper nouns also give a unique identity. Think about the difference between saying river and Ganga river. One is general, the other is specific. Here, Ganga river is a proper noun. They cover names of people, countries, cities, days, months, and even brands. Examples include Ravi, India, Monday, January, and Nike. And finally, each proper noun is truly one of a kind. For example, Mount Everest refers to one particular mountain, not just any mountain. So, proper nouns are special naming words that point to something unique and always begin with a capital letter. Now, let's move to common noun. A common noun is a word that gives a general name to people, places, or things instead of pointing to something specific, as opposed to proper noun. For example, words like city, teacher, or river are common nouns. Unlike proper nouns, common nouns are not capitalized unless they appear at the beginning of a sentence. For example, in the sentence, this dog is friendly, the word dog is a common noun. Common nouns usually represent a group or category. Words like fruit, book, or country don't tell us which one in particular, they just name the type of the thing. So, common noun is opposite to proper noun, while a proper noun like India names one unique country. The word country itself is a common noun because it doesn't refer to a specific country. Now let's see what a collective noun is. A collective noun is a special naming word used to describe a group of people, animals, or things as one unit. For example, words like team, family, or herd are collective nouns. The beauty of a collective noun is that it uses one word to represent many members together. For instance, instead of saying many students, we say class, and instead of many birds, we say flock. Collective nouns can be used for people, animals, or even objects. We have words like jury for a group of people, swarm for a group of insects, or bouquet for a group of flowers. Although they look singular, collective nouns usually refer to multiple members as one whole. For example, when we say the army is marching, the word army stands for many soldiers moving together. So it's one single word that represents a collective group of people or animals or even things. Next is material noun. Material nouns are words that name substances or materials that we can measure or weigh but cannot count. For example, water, sugar, and gold are material nouns. These nouns often serve as the source of other things. For example, wood is used to make furniture and iron is used to make tools. So, here the materials wood and iron come under material nouns. Material nouns cannot be counted like apples or books. Example, rice or milk. These two cannot be counted and so they will come under material nouns. Finally, they represent physical substances that we can touch or feel like sand, oil, or silver. So, whenever we talk about materials or substances from which things are made, we are dealing with material noun. Abstract ideas do not come under material nouns. Next is abstract nouns. Abstract nouns are words that name things we cannot see, touch, hear, taste, or smell. For example, words like love or freedom are abstract nouns. They exist only in our mind and understanding. They often describe feelings or emotions like happiness or anger. They can also show qualities or traits such as kindness or honesty. Abstract nouns can represent ideas or concepts. For example, justice, knowledge are examples of abstract nouns. Another important point is that we cannot count them like physical objects. Examples include bravery or wisdom. These two are only ideas and concepts, and hence they cannot be counted. So, whenever we talk about emotions, qualities, or ideas that exist only in our minds, that which we cannot touch, we are talking about abstract noun. Next is concrete noun. So, concrete nouns are words that name objects we can perceive with our five senses. For example, book, apple, or chair all are concrete nouns. They can be seen like a car or a house. They can be touched, heard, smelled, or tasted. So, these represent all five senses, human senses, that is, touch, to see, to hear, to smell, and to taste. So, whatever noun satisfies all of these five senses, then they come under concrete noun. For example, music can be heard, so music is a concrete noun. Perfume can be smelled, so perfume is a concrete noun. Cake can be tasted, so cake becomes a concrete noun. Concrete nouns can be countable or uncountable, like coins which we can count, and water which we can measure but not count. Abstract ideas does not come under concrete nouns. So, any object or substance that you can experience through your senses is a concrete noun. Next is countable nouns. Countable nouns are the names of things that we can count as separate items. For example, one book, two books, or one apple, five apples. They always have singular and plural forms. We can say a car when it's only one in number, or many cars when it is more than one. Similarly, a child can become several children. So, countable nouns are also used with numbers, articles, and quantifiers like a, an, many, or few. For example, a pen, an orange, three chairs, or few friends. So, all of these become countable nouns. The last type is uncountable nouns. So, uncountable nouns are the names of things that we cannot count individually. For example, water, rice, sugar, or milk. We can only measure them, but we cannot count them one by one. These nouns do not have plural forms. We don't say milks or oils, it's only milk or oil. uh, we simply use the word. We do not use any plural forms for the word. Since they can't be counted, uncountable nouns are used with quantifiers like some, much, little, or a lot of. For example, some rice, much love, a little sugar. With this, we come to the end of the video. Hope the nouns and its types were clear. Thank you.